It is with great pleasure that I introduce to you Mr. John Balch, CHS class of 1953.
Thank you, Grant. That's quite an introduction. For the kid that grew up on Denman Avenue, across from the horse barns, this is truly an honor. I was born in Coshocton in 1935. My dad drove a gas truck for Standard Oil. When I was 3 years old, we moved to a farm in Newcomerstown. Living on the farm was a wonderful experience. In 1945, my dad had a heart attack, and we moved back to Coshocton. After his recovery, again he drove a gas truck, and Mother sewed gloves at Edmont. I was an average student, mostly C's and B's. I enrolled in college prep courses because that's what my friends were doing. I was on the football team, played offensive center and defensive tackle. Football is a rough and tumble game, but it sure taught you a lot about teamwork. Roger McCoy, our quarterback, Roger, as did his brother Stan, got baseball scholarships to Miami. So I decided to follow Roger. Back then, if you had 50 bucks, graduated from high school, and Miami had a dorm room for you, you were in. At the end of the first semester, nearly half the freshmen enrolled that fall flunked out. I was on probation. I majored in accounting. My first job, as Grant said, was with Arthur Anderson, public accountants in Chicago. At 58, I was about to get drafted. Mildred Hogue ran the draft board, and Harry was in my class. And Harry had joined the Army, and Dick Goodwin said, "Our number is going to get called shortly." So I went to see a Navy recruiter looking for a 6-month program, only to find out that there weren't any. And this recruiter suggested I go to Navy Officers Candidate School and get a commission. The head of personnel was in the Armored Quartermaster Corps in the Second World War. I was a commissioned ensign in the Supply Corps in the fall and served on a fleet tanker out of Newport, Rhode Island. This was the best decision of my life. I returned to Anderson after the Navy. A couple years later, I left public accounting. I became an auditor for Harris Corp in Cleveland, a manufacturer of printing presses. Harris ultimately got out of the printing business and moved its headquarters to Florida. I didn't want to live in Florida, so I wound up finding a job with E.F. Hauserman in Cleveland. Hauserman had a plant in Coshocton. It was called Steel Ceilings. The ceilings in the old part of O'Hare Airport in Chicago were made in Coshocton. After a few years at Hauserman, I got the opportunity to become a controller for the Ohio Nuclear Division of Technicare, a maker of medical imaging. We made nuclear gamma cameras, CAT, and MRI scanners. It wasn't long before we were acquired by Johnson & Johnson, and my job was eliminated. I had always wanted to buy a company. The severance pay I received from Johnson & Johnson gave me the opportunity to do this. As Grant said, in '81, along with a small group of investors, we bought Royal Appliance Manufacturing, a maker of metal vacuum cleaners. We had a handheld model of prints that was great for use on stairs and picking up pet hair. We sold the prints to the Higbee department store in Cleveland. The buyer at Higbee said he should be selling this product for what he was paying for it. We pretty much copied the print's design, only this time making it in plastic to reduce the cost, yet maintain and improve its function. Lisa Hughes at Wise Advertising came up with the name of our new hand cleaner, Dirt Devil. Well, we went from $6 million in sales in 1981 to $400 million 10 years later. We sure had a lot of fun doing this. I had no idea 60 plus years ago when I graduated from Coshocton High that any of this would have happened to me. I liked the bookkeeping course in high school. I guess that is why I became an accountant, bean counters as they're called. I stuttered pretty badly when I was graduated from high school, bad enough to flunk a 4-year scholarship in the Navy ROTC. Yet 4 or 5 years later, I went to Navy OCS and got a commission. Having confidence in yourself really works. Your education is just beginning. Learn a trade. Become a plumber, carpenter, bricklayer, mechanic, computer geek. College is not for everybody. If you do go to college, get a degree in something where there are plenty of good paying jobs. We're going to need lots of healthcare professionals. We have zillions of jobs out there looking for skilled workers. Work hard. You will never be criticized for working too hard. Smile. Look people in the eye. Guys, take your hat off while dining. Sounds like old fogey stuff, but you know, old fogies will be making decisions on your future. Have a positive mental attitude. Everyone has some good luck. Take advantage of it. Remember, love what you do, have fun doing it. Go get 'em, go Redskins.